Hi everybody, I am Toby Tungle with AVNation. I'm here at ISE 2023 in Barcelona. I'm here with James from Nureva. James,
Hi.
how are you today, sir?
I'm doing really well. It's great to be here in Barcelona.
Have you been to Barcelona before?
I have just back in May for the last ISE show, and it was my first time here, and it's a fantastic city. I love coming here. It's There's so much to see.
Have you done anything fun since you've been in town this year?
Just walking around and going to some great restaurants and exploring the city around our hotel, which is near the Gothic Quarter, and it's beautiful. Yeah, there's so much to see.
I love it. It's my first time here, so I'm been out absorbing and walking through it, and the food is fantastic.
It really is.
I wish I could take some of this back home with me this weekend.
I know, and there's so many new flavors to try, and
everybody's so
great.
friendly. It's just it's a beautiful city to go explore. I think that we're going to do a suggestion box and put it back in May, even though the other trade shows could be a little fun, but certainly we could go walk the beach and have a little more.
May was nice.
Yes,
yeah, the weather was nice. Yeah.
All right, so Nureva, what are you guys doing for our industry? How are things going? Post-pandemic, should we still say that? I guess.
I think we can say that safely.
Yeah. So walk me through a little bit of that.
Yeah. Well, Nureva is an audio company, and our sort of mission is to create audio solutions for equipping classrooms and meeting rooms for hybrid learning and hybrid work. So we work with UC&C platforms to enable audio conferencing, and our sort of the niche we work towards is really equipping large rooms with great audio performing or great audio conferencing products, but while still maintaining simplicity and ease of installation.
I love that. So when you guys are talking about, you mentioned some of the UC platforms, you guys are Team Zoom, all the main ones out there.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with that kind of stuff in mind, what are you guys showing on the floor today? I hear you might have some really cool things out there. I haven't been by the booth yet, but you guys are on my short list to get to. So what's out there? What do people need to go and see?
Well, we have a line of audio conferencing solutions that really work in different sizes of rooms, but our latest product is called the HDL 410, and we just started shipping that. And it's an audio conferencing solution that's designed to cover spaces all the way up to 10.5 by 16.5 meters. So quite large rooms.
Yeah.
And we can do that with 2 microphone speaker bars mounted on the wall and a processing module. And it's entirely self-contained. It does echo cancellation and noise suppression on board, and connects by USB to a computer running a UC&C client. So it's really a plug-and-play solution that you can install in under an hour.
Everybody heard that. And it's under an hour now, right?
Depending on conditions. But,
certainly.
Yeah.
It's quite a large space for that. Is this something that is large that goes on the wall? How big is the actual device roughly?
Each microphone speaker bar is about 5 feet. Now I'm going to try and convert to meters there. 1.5 meters wide. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and each bar hangs on the wall with 2 screws, and there's a single Ethernet cable that goes back to our processing module, and that carries power and communication. And then it's a simple case of connecting USB from our processing module back to a PC or appliance or codec.
So it's PoE powered, which is super helpful in that.
It is, yeah.
Sure. PoE Plus?
It's actually our own standard. It's a proprietary
so
PoE
top
standard.
secret, I understand. You're keeping all the secrets.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. What else do you guys have on the show floor?
The other thing we're showing that's new in the booth is some of our camera tracking integrations. So the way our technology works is our processing algorithms create a field of virtual microphones throughout the space, and we can focus on those virtual microphones to pick up voices in the room. And kind of a side benefit of that is we know where people are talking in the room. And so we have an audio location API now where we can send audio location data to a director module, and that can in turn control camera views or switch between cameras. So right now we have integrations in place with companies like Aver, Lumens, and Extron. And so by using our API, you can get this audio information and use that to control camera views. And the big benefit there is that with optical tracking, you know where people are in the room, but you don't know who's talking or where the conversation is happening. If you layer the acoustic information on top, now you can target the actual conversation as it flows around the room.
It's amazing that we've come that far, because the camera tracking it's still relatively new. Like, it's been around for roughly a decade. Some people were really early adopters, but do you remember the IR lanyards that the professors had to wear 15, 20 years ago? And it would sometimes track you and sometimes not track you.
Only if you're facing the camera,
only
right?
facing a certain way. The audio thing is really exciting to me because typically the microphones don't move. It's a fixed placement.
Exactly.
And as long as they're not completely shifting around in their seat, they give a really good experience every single time.
Exactly.
And I think that's where a lot of the integrators in our industry are really focused on. How do I make that experience seamless?
Yes.
And consistently, right?
And easy, right?
Well, and easy, right? I mean, that's a big part of it too. Because otherwise, how if it becomes complicated and people are frustrated with it, they're not going to want to use that space.
Exactly.
So do you guys have like a roadmap, and maybe you can't share this with me, on some other integrations with camera manufacturers, or you guys can potentially do some, larger maybe production style setups, or?
Yeah, no, we're working with several camera manufacturers, and using with APIs, it's quite easy to create an integration, and lots of camera manufacturers are working on director software or director boxes, and so yeah, you'll see more camera integrations coming from us over the next few months.
So, Vadio, maybe?
Possibly.
The reason I asked that is one of our mutual clients has a bunch of audio cameras that they're really looking for that next generation of AI tracking. It's just really cool to see more manufacturers kind of reach across the aisle and realize that this AI piece and the APIs are like, this is how we're going to make our industry thrive. IT has been doing it for 20 some years now. Not everybody plays well together. I mean, there's some that do better, but the next 5 or 10 years, would love your opinion on this. Do you see Pro AV really getting to be more aligned from the partnership perspective, or do you think there's going to be more like global alliance from a much broader scale on cameras to audio processors to AI tracking or anything like that?
Yeah, I think it's in everyone's interest to create really compelling holistic solutions for customers, and I think we have to work together to deliver those experiences to customers going forward. And I think we're going to see kind of a blending of AV and IT going forward.
I hope so.
APIs, we have to, right? And I think APIs are a great mechanism for creating these integrations. It's really become, it's really the way of creating integrations in the IT world, and the expertise is out there to create the connections.
Yeah, I love it. Well, James, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it. Do you want to tell the audience how they can reach out to you?
Of course. You can always learn more about Nureva and our products at our website, which is nureva.com.
Great. I am Toby Tungle for AVNation. If you'd like to find out more what we're doing at ISE, go to avnation.tv.